What's going on, guys, and welcome back. Triple M, Mobius M, Mobius has arrived to Snap, and although he may not be the sexiest card in terms of abilities, just
Wow.
the guy certainly is going to shake up the Marvel Snap meta. He allows some incredible, powerful interactions. It's the much-needed tech card that we've been waiting for against the insane cost reduction cards in decks out there. And then finally, he's going to be providing certain decks with a perfect layer of protection against their biggest threats and counters. But by far, guys, probably my favorite piece about Mobius is that you can play him offensively or defensively, and I think he's going to be played in a wide variety of decks. I tested a lot with him already, and I'm liking what I see. Again, he's not gonna like pop off the page like, wow, look what he's doing, but he works incredibly consistent, and over the course of Snap, he's gonna get better and better. And I mean that because no one's risking like too many, Zabu decks or where he's really going to shine. However, today's deck, we're going to be using him defensively, and I like to call it Kitty Wow. We've got a Shuri Kitty deck, the Hulkbuster, the Forge, building her up big to Taskmaster on turn 6. But we also got our backup plans in Red Skull and Vision that we can also Taskmaster or play a Hulkbuster combined to one of or any of these cards to, again, have a great play on turn 6. We've got backup lines with Red Skull and Kitty Pryde, and Mobius here is going to be our first defense against Wave, which was this deck's absolute biggest counter. Now, I'll be honest, I love using him offensively, having Wave and your opponent can't play discounted cards, and you can, and then you can also play like let's say in this deck, a Kitty Pryde and, I don't know, an Arnim Zola, because the Arnim goes down to 4, but the Kitty doesn't go up to 4. There's a lot of fun and just kind of crazy, silly interactions that he can do, and expect to see a lot of great decks. Now, the reason I went with this deck is I think it's probably the most powerful to go against Loki in my testing. It's not going to be sexy of doing anything with Wave offensively, but defensively, this deck slaps. If you want a deck that wins, I think this is going to be one of the better ones, at least early on, taking advantage of Mobius M. Mobius. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the cards that he affects at a glance so that you guys can quickly see the different things to look out for if you're playing against them or if you want to build Mobius into your favorite decks. Now, obviously, guys, the cards that you can use him offensively against also love him defensively, right? Wave and Sarah come to the top of the mind. These are going to be the best, as well as Kitty Pryde, because if you play Mobius, all of a sudden, your biggest weakness, your biggest enemy is your greatest ally. Now, Death gets hit hardcore by him as well, but if you have Mobius down and you've destroyed enough, you could play Death for like nothing. Her cost reduction doesn't go up to the 4, so you could play her for dirt cheap and then play a leader. It brings back like the old Death wave, which feels really solid. Wasn't the best in my initial testing, but it's just a cool interaction. Also, obviously, Mobius is going to go against cards like Iceman, hell, even Swarm in a discard deck. Zabu, Mr. Negative, these cards get absolutely slashed if Mobius M. Mobius is on your side of the board. And again, guys, he never really felt bad to play because of having 3 power. Now, I probably like him best in Conquest because at the moment, you only have 6 locations that Mobius is going to directly affect. But let me tell you, if you get these locations, they are nasty. And obviously in Conquest, you have a better chance in a more vast variety of battles. Getting something like Elysium is just an instant win if you have Mobius. I would say my biggest takeaway from a night of testing is he's pretty much exactly what I thought he was going to be, right? Again, he doesn't jump off the page. This is like the 10th time I've said it. But he provides this really cool mechanic into Snap that we desperately needed. And I can firmly say, A, he's holding back Loki players from even being played as much. But man, if you get him out, he just slaps Loki and really hurts their deck and what they're trying to do aggressively, which I think is fantastic. Gonna have a lot of deck guides around this guy, but let's focus a little bit more on today's deck, Kitty Wow. Now, we told you guys about the main win conditions. As far as the playlines and or flexible cards, Armor is definitely one that I think can maybe make its way out of the deck. Shang-Chi, or hell, you can even do the Wave package into a Doctor Doom or something like that into this deck. This has been the most consistent list for me because you have so many cards that work together, right? So obviously, if we can get Kitty Pryde out on 1, start building her up, Angela out on 2, and then continue to build up Angela and your Kitty Pryde will be your absolute best playline. Get Mobius out when you can, or when you expect them to play something like Loki, so you can hard counter that. And then, guys, we're looking to build up our Kitty Pryde, if we have her early on, as big as possible. So playing Kitty Pryde in her own lane, and then Hulkbuster makes her absolutely huge, and that goes right back into your hands. And then the big time win condition play is having Shuri down on 4. On turn 5, you play Kitty Pryde, double up a massive Pryde that'll make you go. Wow. And then you take all this into turn 6 by playing Kitty Pryde and your Taskmaster. Now, you can also do a couple of other kind of cheeky plays if you don't get Kitty Pryde. Hell, what's crazy about the deck is you can just flat out play, obviously, the Shuri Red Skull or Shuri Vision. All of those work extremely well. And then you Taskmaster those. But also, I just love playing anything big with a Hulkbuster on turn 5. And then you can Taskmaster on turn 6. Or hell, Hulkbuster on turn 4 and Taskmaster on turn 5. And then finish it off with something else. There's a lot of different ways to play the deck. But these are going to be your main play lines. And you'll see, as long as you play your big threat cards, your Vision, your Kitty Pryde, on one of the lanes that they're trying to win, you're going to end up winning a lot of games. And that's really it, guys. Attack the lanes they're trying to win. Play on their collector lanes with your Kitty Pryde. Make sure you Taskmaster where you need to. And this deck is just absolutely filthy. This does break my streak. I have not done a Shuri guide. I don't think ever. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if I've ever done a Shuri guide on this channel directly for her deck. But here we are, guys. We're here with Mobius. It's a new era. So as always, we're going to take this deck into Gold Conquest. We're going to do some Infinity Conquest later in the week, but it's in the middle of the night, and I definitely wanted to get a video out to you guys. Alrighty, so let's hop in here and take in, I've got a Kitty Wow, Kitty Slam, Mobius Slam, whatever you want to call it, whatever floats your boat. And we have battle number 1, and I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we go against a Loki deck. And some of the other, like, better contenders. I don't think we're going to see Zabu, Sarah. I don't think we're going to be able to hard counter those with today's deck, just because Mobius is so fresh and people are probably not playing energy cheating decks at the moment. All right. We got Batty with Debris, and we have Murder World to open up. So Forge, Hulkbuster, Vision, Armor. When it comes to opening hands, obviously Kitty Pryde is the one that gets you excited. I would say Taskmaster feels pretty good to have too, just because you know you're going to have yourself a pretty good play no matter what. But we do have ourselves a few options to go off of here. And I think what makes the most sense here is to go with Forge, and we can play our Jeff. So we'll get a little bit of a boost up on Quantum. Holy crap. Are we playing the exact same deck here? And we have Sinister London. So this is all the hype. But before we do that, let's just think for a second. So this is really good. Kitty comes back to us, and we can play the Hulkbuster as well. Yeah, I'm thinking we just snap into this. I don't know why not. And then we can just play the Jeff 2. Although I don't love the Jeff there. If it dies, it dies, I guess. But this is definitely a snappable moment. All right, he's going to go with the Jeff. I wonder if are we playing a mirror? That'd be incredible. What a way to open up the video. Fantastic. They all died. Who needed him anyway? I'm glad he got to keep his Jeff. Very happy for him. Great. Oh, wonderful. We got another snap going on. All right. So things are going well, as you would imagine. This... I kind of like this because no matter what, it's fine. Arguably better for the Kitty Pryde, but we don't have Taskmaster yet. So if it's the Jeff, I don't hate it. We're going to let him snap into this. Yo, can you imagine if this Hulkbuster goes on this and then I send it over to him with 2 power? That would be amazing. Okay, thank God. It would have been the best thing in the world for the memes, but heartbreaking at the same time. All right, so I think that's fine. We can take the goblins, yeah. And we got our Taskmaster, so things are looking good. Don't have our Shuri, so we don't have that going for us. We got to look at what we could do. So Mobius, I don't think he's playing anything I'm too fearful of. This is kind of hot, albeit, but this is what we are going to want to play. And then we'll slap in Mobius here. So this... Feels good. Just want to make sure I'm doing everything right. I know the Taskmaster can be played into Quantum, so we have that going for us. And that feels even better. All right. Hold the phone. I'm a little nervous, guys. So he could Galactus us, right? Like that. We got to worry about the Galactus. I don't think he's playing Galactus. If he is, we lost. Right? Dude, at this point, I'm just like throwing cards down. Something like this has got to win. If he plays Galactus left, he deserves to win. He plays 2, so it's not Galactus. Hold up. Hold up. What am I watching? What just happened? What is this guy playing? Thank God for Quantum Realm. Thank God for Quantum Realm, but what did I just witness just then? The armor play here was obviously very stupid, so I expect you guys to call me out there. We didn't have to play a card. It could have gone over there. We had the free Kitty Pride. Either way, we're good. Massive misplay on my part, but not like big enough to matter. That was absolutely... I don't really know what to say about the deck he was playing, but you gotta love the Sinister London games, and it all just kind of came together perfectly. I was thinking, hey, with all these other cards, maybe he's got a Killmonger in there or something to ruin my day. Anyway, all right, so battle number 2. Let's hop in, and hopefully we don't get a fun little homebrew, but a competitive deck to go against. Something tells me that was a Ravonna deck, right? Because he had the Morph and the Hobgoblin, which Ravonna was bad last week. Playing with all the Mobiuses is a death wish. My God. We've got the Swordmaster, Aldo, and opening hand, guys, Angela Forge, Hulkbuster, and we've got Triple M. Now, again, over these battles, he's not going to jump off the page unless we go against a cost reduction deck. Just know, going into more games, this is our wave protector, right? That's the whole purpose of him. I don't think we really care about Eternity Range going off. I suppose we can try to win it with our Angela, and it doesn't hurt. He's snapping, so he must like his hand, and we don't have Taskmaster or Kitty Pride, which is what I would like to see with this hand. We do have Shuri, and if we can get Taskmaster or like a big card, yeah, right there, we're probably good now because any of our draws are going to look, for the most part, good to play. Let's go ahead now and play... I think I don't mind just playing Mobius, because if he's playing Destroy, we can just ruin death right off the rip. And this is where we're going to see our a pretty nice effect with him. I'm glad we're playing Destroy. Get the rock over there, and we killed the Carnage for what it's worth. And here we go. Yeah, we're probably pretty good. We can now just play Shuri into Red Skull and Taskmaster. Didn't get the Kitty Pride, but we got enough. And we can also play on this Isle of Silence. So we're going to hit it up with a Shuri here on the left side. And then we'll play our Red Skull. And then just play Taskmaster in the middle or right side. This guy is not going to win, most likely, unless we get a Shang-Chi out of nowhere. Which we can even kind of work around if we have to. Oh, Kitty Pride coming late. That doesn't do much good for us. I suppose we could risk it and do this if we really wanted to. Right? If we think he has a Shang-Chi. But we're going to just go with the Red Skull here. I mean, call me a skeptic. I just don't think he's going to win this. This is going to be an absolute... speed run as well. We're gonna get Taskmaster down. We even put a little bit on the middle to pad the stats there. If he plays Shang-Chi on the left side, fine, right? Cool. Doesn't matter because we got the middle Kitty Pride going off. Absolutely huge and sick. So we got ourselves a massive win there. And what we probably did, what you guys didn't get to see, is we probably limited that guy from playing a death, right? He killed enough, and there's definitely a death in the deck. So that is where our first kind of easy example of Mobius comes to play, right? So great win there, and we're going to see if our guy wants to go again, Mr. Aldo. But yeah, I think it's like if Armor or Cosmo, any of those cards were added in now, it's like they wouldn't jump off the page, but they would be so big for Marvel Snap in the future. We're going to Snap even though it does nothing. So this guy is hanging on by a thread. We're going to kind of speed through our matches here. He got us with a cheeky play that I'll talk about here as we go into the next battle. Something to look out for. But we're going to go ahead and just finish this off and get to our final match. One of the things you should look out for, obviously, if you do expect Shang-Chi, which he's not played a ton at the moment, which, by the way, we have a god hand of a starting hand. If there are Shang-Chi somewhere on the board, Kitty Pryde should be played over Red Skull because you want to continue to allow them to go first. And then that way you can replay that Kitty Pryde and then Taskmaster it so that your Taskmaster can't copy anything. You know, the Red Skull got destroyed. Taskmaster didn't copy anything. He got the 2 cubes. Just something to look out for there. Anyway, this guy's snapping. And we're going to go ahead and just win this middle location by building up Angela with Forge, Kitty Pryde. And then we also have the Hulkbuster too. If we get ourselves our Taskmaster or Sherry, we'll kind of adjust. A beautiful, almost not fair. We got our freaking Taskmaster. Absolutely ridiculous here. And yeah, it's going to be rough sailing for this guy. So we'll go ahead now and play Forge into Kitty Pryde. If we don't get the Shuri, it doesn't really matter. We have enough to build up our Kitty to ridiculous numbers.
Enough said, bub.
Yep, we're just going to keep building up that lane. We also have the Jeff to build up. And, oh my god, it just keeps getting crazier. Okay, so... Yo, this is going to just be awesome. We could just go Shuri. I suppose we'll go Shuri right side here. And then we'll play our Kitty. Okay, wonderful. Also, you know, if you're playing Destroyed, look out for the kill bongers with priority. It's hard to have priority with this deck for the most part, so you don't have to worry about it all too much, and that's why Armor is played into a lot of these decks. We'll get Kitty Pryde down now, and then if we had 1 extra power, we would go with that, but we can't do it, unfortunately. And we'll throw our Jeff in here. This is going to be the GG. So what's great about the Armor, too, is it allows you to play the Taskmaster a little bit safer as well, guys. But then we can now just play this 18 power bomb into 2 lanes, and it just makes it so damn hard for this guy to win, right? We can move the Jeff over and get some nice power there if we want to go with that route. But we're going to simply, just because he has a Wolverine, we're going to go ahead and play Kitty Pryde here. Taskmaster there. He's got the priority. And... going to be pretty much all she wrote. It got close, man. I'll give it to him. He got really close there because we only got 21 on the right side. But that's where the Mobius would have came in handy with this deck, right? They can't wave us, and then we stop the death. And so hopefully you guys learned how to play against Destroy, which is a good kind of archetype that we can teach with this. And we're going to head right into battle number 3. Which this has obviously been going how I thought it would. This is what I'm taking into Infinity Conquest. I would try to play it before... it's already a popular deck, but play it with Mobius before it gets way too hot, right? And with that, let's go into battle number 3. Yeah, it just feels like this deck doesn't have an awful lot that can beat it, with Loki games being probably the toughest, right? We got Tom, though, as our last opponent. And he's loving Central Park. We have Taskmaster, Jeff, Angela. He's snapping. We'll stay because we have the task. And the early Angela. Not mad about that. And we're playing a Loki gamer. We've got a Loki gamer. Let's hope we can get our Mobius. We'll throw down Forge now instead of Angela. And beef up this Jeff. Oh, hello. This guy, he's trying to duel. Well, this is an automatic win if we can get Shuri. Okay. Pretty advantageous for him. Getting Agent Coulson right then and there. Let's see, Tom. If I was a Loki player... Oh, you lose. Okay, well, great.
Oh, snap.
We're just going to snap right into that. So we're just going to play... He's going to leave once he realizes how absolutely screwed he is. He goes double White Tiger. Hello. That was actually a super cheeky play. There's the Shuri. Tom is absolutely screwed. Okay, we moved our Jeff early. That's a little bit of a bummer. We have our Mobius now to go with. Kitty Pryde doesn't get that big, but big enough, right? Definitely big enough. And then we have our Mobius as well. So we'll do the Kitty Pryde. We've got our Angela here. Yeah, Angela here, and then we can Mobius now as well. Don't do it. Oh, wait, it's fine. I got a little nervous. So all that pretty much did is just make up for not getting her early on. But we got the double scan. Hey, this guy's out of here. What a beautiful play. And we screwed him up. If he would have gone Loki, we just completely ruined that from him too. So we do have to play Kitty Pryde here if we wanted to play her. And then this is kind of the guessing game. It's not what I love. Like this guy, there's no way this guy could put 13 up in 2 lanes. I don't think so. Like this gives us 15, which would match an 8 there. We can guarantee win this lane, and then it's a guessing game. He would have to put a 10 here. Does he have a 10 he can put down? Devil Dino is going to be pretty fat. He's got to put an 8 down in a lane that he probably thinks he has a better shot to win. But if he plays Loki, he's looking good. It's going to be risky either way. Just don't be Devil, right? It's A-bomb. Would you look at that, guys? We get out by 1. We get out by 1. And fun fact, we would have won doing either lane there. Holy crap. Taken down in battle 3. The Loki gamer.
Victory.
With the Shuri, huge play. He killed the Quinjet Agent Coulson, letting him not play all of these for dirt cheap, or at least cheaper. And we got the dubs off of obviously a clutch Kamartage and Shuri draw. Tom's snapping right into it. He's definitely out looking in, but definitely love our chances of winning this unless we just get cleaned out here. But it's good to get more Loki reps in either way. By the way, wasn't my hypest celebration because the baby, we got to be careful. Atlantis, huge location for us. We can put in anything there and Taskmaster that, so it's going to be very advantageous for us to get that extra 5 power, especially on something like a Red Skull.
Can never be fully known.
That's annoying. Not great, but we will absolutely take it since it's a kitty. And we have our Taskmaster too, for what it's worth. We gotta hope he doesn't have his Loki, maybe? If he gets our Mobius, that's when things get problematic. What else you have? Coulson? I think we can do that. We're just going to build up our Angela lane really big. Oh, he took our Red Skull. The Quinjet, getting the Quinjet with Weird World is rough, guys. Yeah, I would say that's up there on the rough gameplay. Super Scroll's interesting. Lady Deathstrike is absolutely cracked here. Because she'll kill these, or she'll... I don't know if she gets the 9 and then she kills them. Either way, it's too fun to pass up. No way, guys. No effing way did we just do what I think we did. What a freaking way to end it. This has to, of course, this has to be at like 1 a.m. so I can't wake anybody up. What in the absolute... How... Dude, Lady Deathstrike. Lady Deathstrike for the win was not on my bingo card list, and we didn't really use Mobius on that battle, but my god, was that a lot of fun. So, just like that, guys, we cleaned up on Battle 3, and I'm telling you, it sounds like a broken record. I've said it in the intro, but the decks that Wave was really good against are really solid with Mobius, because you have an extra layer of protection. So, Sarah, Kitty Pryde, these are the ones that I think are going to excel the most. And this deck was already good. I hated this deck. This deck was so damn good, and it just got better and more dependable. And now it can beat Loki, which is great. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, and you come back time and time again, we've got a lot of videos cooking up this week. I've been steaming up some good ideas. Steaming's a bad word. I don't know. It's late, guys. I'm gonna go to bed. Anyway, if you guys want to go ahead and subscribe, it'd mean the world to me. And as always, until the next one, good luck out there with the wow and happy snapping.